Well, hey there everyone, and welcome back to Cowboy Survival. Today I'm going to do something a little different. It's summertime and we need to take a look at our first aid kits and first aid bags, make sure that everything we have in them is up to date, make sure that we've got all the things we need. And so I'm going to do several videos on things you can add to your home first aid kit to make it ready for summer. Now, this is my first aid kit here. It's a Rebo 3-day backpack. I've got this one in the tan. I got a black one that I use for my 3-day get home bag. I've got stuff in here. I got tourniquets and other stuff, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about 5 kind of often overlooked items that would be good to have in your bag, but often people don't think about them. So let me go ahead and take this down. And let's look at these items. So the first thing that I think everybody needs to have in their bag is kind of a unique item, and I found this on the internet, and I'll put a link to it. Found it on Amazon. This is a tick removal tool. It's a really cool kind of tweezer. It's a special kind of tweezer, and it's got 2 ends on it. This end here is it's bent and pointed, and you can see that it's really kind of unique. I'll do some close-up pictures of it that you can see. So this end has got a sort of a bent thing, and you can reach. Remember, when you've got a tick embedded in your skin, you don't want to pull the tick because you'll leave the head. So if you want to be able to get to the head, so these tweezers allow you to get underneath the body and lift that head. Now, on the other end, it almost looks like a little mini pry bar, but this is another item that you can get up underneath that tick's head and get it in the little crevice of this and get that tick's head completely out of your skin so that it's not left behind. Really nice item to have in your bag, not something that a lot of people think about, but it's different, it's unique, very specialized tool to keep in your first aid bag. Now, I also, along with this, there's 2 things you're going to want to do. First of all, you want to have some alcohol swipes. Now, these are often overlooked, maybe not in bags, but they're really good for a couple of things. First of all, they're really good for cleaning your tools. They're really good for cleaning the site of your skin. After maybe you remove the tick, clean that really, really well. I'll tell you another thing you can use these for is these are really good for anti-nausea. So if you take one of these alcohol wipes and take it out of the package, and I'm going to demonstrate it here, you're going to take this out of the package and you're going to hold it. If you're feeling nauseous, you take this and you hold it under your nose and just keep it there and breathe in for about 5 minutes through your nose. Just hold it under your nose, keep breathing in for about 5 minutes, and I can promise you your nausea will go away. This is a technique that's used in many operating rooms where maybe people can't swallow Phenergan, or maybe they're allergic to something that normally you might give intravenously. This is a great way to reduce nausea very, very quickly. And I tell you, it does work. So it's a neat tool you can use. So alcohol wipes can be used for multiple things. That's your second item. Now, your third and fourth items are sometimes included, but we don't realize how important they are. So if you are at home, you're bugging in at home. There may still be some doctors that you could go see. You might be able to go to the hospital, but making the decision to leave the safety of your home to go to a hospital is going to be a big decision. You only want to do it if it's absolutely necessary. Now, there are 2 things you can have at home that'll help you to know this. The first one is a good thermometer. Now, people say a thermometer. Of course, everybody's got a thermometer. Well, you do. Many people do, but many people don't. If you're not feeling well, take your temperature regularly and test to see if your temperature is in the right range. If your temperature gets above 101, 102, and it stays there for a considerable amount of time, you probably want to go see a doctor, particularly if taking something like Tylenol does not help reduce that. If you've got a fever and Tylenol helps to reduce the fever and keep the fever down, okay, you're probably doing okay. But if you've got a fever that Tylenol will not take care of, you might need to go see a doctor, particularly if it's persistent. And having a good working thermometer in your home first aid kit is going to be really important. The other one is kind of an interesting item. This is a finger oximeter. Now, you see these at the doctor. They put these on your finger. A lot of time when you go to the doctor, it just lifts up, or you turn it on, and you see the lights on it, and you put it on your finger, and you just leave it there. And what it will do after a few minutes, this item will tell you what your oxygen level is and what your heart rate is. So mine says right now that my oxygen level is let's see, is 96, which is really good. It's above 90, and my heart rate is at 99. That's a little high, but I haven't had my evening heart medicine yet, so that's probably why. So it actually says it's 97. If I sit here and quiet and don't talk, it'll probably go down to about 80 pretty quick. But those are really useful to have. If your oxygen level, if you're having trouble breathing, you've got some respiratory illness, and you're having trouble breathing, and this 96 number, this oxygen number gets below 90, that's a danger zone. You would want to get to the hospital quickly. That would be a key that says, okay, I need to risk leaving the safety of my home to go to a hospital, because if I don't, I'm liable to die. I have a friend who, during the COVID pandemic, was homesick. It was a girl that worked at our office, and a lot of us were buying her things to help her to take care of herself. I bought her one of these oximeters that she had at home. She was at home by herself. She was single. She was by herself, and her oxygen level went down to about 86 one night. And she got to the doctor, went straight to the hospital, and the doctor told her if she had not come in, she might have been dead by morning. That's how, because when your oxygen level gets low, that's not good. So having a finger oximeter. Now, I picked this one up on the Walmart site in a clearance for about $4.99. You can pay $30 or $40 for these things. I picked this one up for $4.99 on a clearance sale on the Walmart site. So check those sites, check the clearance items. Sometimes you can pick up some really cool little items for your home survival kits that way. Now, the last item I'm going to suggest that everybody should have in their bag at home is either a nice first aid field guide, maybe a book of some sort, or at the very minimum, this is a little first aid pamphlet I've got. Now, I've got some other books, but everybody should have in their library at home some really good first aid reading material that will tell you how to treat certain illnesses, how to treat burns, how to treat cuts and bruises, tell you how to do the things that need to be done so that you can maybe be able to do some of this stuff at home and won't have to leave the safety of your home. Whether it's a pandemic or whatever else is going on, you can take care of those things at home. So if you've got the equipment, got the meds you need, got the bandages you need, the first aid books, or at least the first aid pamphlets will help guide you into how to take care of things. So those are 5 items that I think you should have in your get home bag that will help you to avoid having to leave home, not your get home bag, but your home first aid kit, that'll help you to avoid having to leave the safety and sanctity of your home, venture out into the risky outdoors to get to a hospital. And if you think about these little things, the little things that'll help you to take care of yourself at home, that's going to help a whole lot. Well, hopefully this was helpful to you. We're going to take a look at some other items that you can add to your first aid kits. I've got some summer meds that you can add that'll help you in the summer season, and we'll do another video on that. So in the meantime, remember what we always say: stay strong, stay prepared, have a blessed day, and we'll see you really soon on Cowboy Surviving.